Hey guys, what's up? It's Iflin here, and today we're going to be learning how to play Inaros in Warframe in 2019. Now, Inaros isn't my favorite frame in the game simply because I find his playstyle pretty boring. That being said, he is a super effective frame at staying alive. He's got over 7,000 health with the build that I'm running, and obviously you can do things in game to regen your health super fast using things that aren't your Warframe abilities, but he also has a lot of lifesteal built into his kit. I think 3 out of his 4 abilities have lifesteal built into them, so he is an absolute monster at staying alive. On top of that, he can easily proc finisher attacks, so if you're running the likes of a dagger with covert lethality on, then you're going to be one-shotting pretty much everything in the game. He is pretty much your #1 go-to frame for like solo survival missions and stuff like that, because he's so effective at staying alive and he can one-shot high-level enemies with that covert lethality and stealth kill combo, right? So let's go ahead and talk about all of his abilities and what they can do. I'm going to go ahead and keep the AI paused because we don't necessarily need to have them moving around for this demonstration. So the first ability is a small CC. It's pocket sand, right? So you're going to pick up sand and you're going to throw it in the enemy's face. Pretty straightforward. This is going to deal damage over time, and it's also going to heal you whenever you walk up to an enemy and you hit them with your melee, right? So that would give me health back if I took any damage. And that is pretty much the ability. It's super straightforward. You throw on more power range to make the range of the pocket sand higher, and then you throw on duration to make the stun effect a lot higher as well. Throw on efficiency, so you can just keep on spamming this. It doesn't take a lot of energy. I don't run the likes of Prime Flow on this build simply because, you know, it's very, very easy to get to your energy back up with Inaros just by using your spoiler mode. I'm not going to show it now, so you don't have to worry about any spoilers in this video. But for those of you who have spoiler mode, you know what I mean, right? So that is your first ability, and it is definitely my most used ability on Inaros. It's probably one of the only abilities that I use while playing this frame, other than my 4th ability. Now, the 4th ability, you hold it down, and this is going to drain your health, but it's going to give you armor in return, right? So we have a lot more armor now. We're going to be a lot harder to kill. What I would now do is I'd use my 1. This is going to regen a little bit of my health with the damage over time. Then I walk up to the enemy, and then kill him, get a lot of health back. There you go. I'm back at full health again. Pretty insane. The second ability allows you to eat the enemy. Well, eat the enemy, cover him in sand. It's called Devour, and this is basically just going to give you health back. It's going to make you completely invulnerable to all damage around you. You're going to keep on eating this guy until he runs out of health, and then you're going to turn him into a Sandman who's going to run around and fight for you. So let me go ahead and spawn in a lower level enemy just to demonstrate what that Sandman looks like. So I guess we'll spawn in like a level 30 Lancer or something. So if we go to Lancer and we go to enemy level and we make it 30. Okay. 1, simulate. So let's find out where our boy is. There he is. Okay, so he's aim at this guy. Now you're going to see that we're just going to eat away at his health. And once it gets to 0, he turns into a cool little Sandman, and he's going to run around and fight for us whenever he aggro's onto an enemy. He's just walking around at the minute, which is a little bit unfortunate. But if these enemies were shooting at us, then he would start shooting at them, and then it would be super cool. And yeah. Moving on to the third ability, I'm going to go back and get some more energy because I've got to have that to demonstrate. The third ability, you turn into a sandstorm. Quite literally. I don't think this ability heals you. It's just a really, really good CC ability. You throw on a decent bit of range on, and there you go. You can just spin around in circles and fling all the bad guys around. That's really all it's good for. I don't use it for anything else apart from CC. And then the 4th ability has another added effect to it, which allows you to heal. What this is going to do is you're going to be able to recast your 4 whenever you have that 100% bonus armor. You aim at an enemy, you tap 4, and these scarves are going to go and eat at enemies that are within the area that you casted, right? And this is going to give you health back, but it's going to consume 25% of that bonus armor, right? So that's basically all it is. It's a lifesteal. It's going to heal yourself and I believe also your teammates. So he is a tanky, self-sustaining frame with only health. He's super easy to build and is really, really effective in solo endurance runs, and things like that. So here is the build that I'm running on Inaros himself. It's a pretty weird build, but it's centered around more so self-sustaining. We've got Hunter Adrenaline on here so we can get more energy back as we're taking damage, because we're going to be taking a lot of damage. I've got a high armor value of 475 on here. I'm using Umbral Vitality and Umbral Fiber, so these are going to increase the effectiveness of one another. This is going to give me 550 opposed to the 440 that you usually get with Vitality, and then Umbral Fiber, the effect of this is increased as well. Prime Vigor on here for extra health. You don't have any shields, so that doesn't, help you out whatsoever. Gladiator Resolve for more health as well. Adaptation, so you get that damage resistance based on the damage types that the enemies are using. Augur Message for more ability duration. We don't need a lot of it. Stretch for more range. Cunning Drift for a little bit more range as well. And then Cruise Protection on here to strip away enemy armor. Realistically, you can use anything on here. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be one-shotting enemies anyway with the Covert Lethality. Covert Lethality is a mod that is exclusive to dagger melee weapons, which you can just throw on. As long as you have like Prime Pressure Point and one elemental combo on, like Corrosive or something, you're going to be one-shotting things as long as they're stunned by your first ability, right? So it doesn't matter if you have a very, very shit Zaw build or dagger build or whatever. As long as you have Prime Pressure Point and then elemental mods and Covert Lethality on, you should be good to go in terms of one-shotting, especially if you're not doing anything crazy, as in like maybe, I don't know, like a 9-hour endurance run or something like that. So, that is pretty much Inaros. You can go ahead and, equip whatever companion to help you survive. It doesn't really matter which one you use. I'm sure there's mods out there. Mediray, I think it's called, which is going to heal you. Let me go ahead and see. I forget the name off by heart. Do I even have it equipped? Mediray, yep. Sentinel will occasionally heal its owner, restoring 12% health over 4 seconds. You can use this, and it's going to keep you alive while you're taking a shit ton of damage. So let's go ahead and, demonstrate how tanky Inaros can be. Tiburon Prime is conflicting with something. That's not so epic. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to spawn in 20 heavy gunners or whatever. Kill enemies. We're going to make these guys level 110 because that's the highest level enemy that you're going to come across in your daily content in Warframe, right? 20 of them. And unpause them. So you're going to go ahead, hold down your 4 to get your 100% armor. And then we're going to jump over here. We're going to press 1. We're going to press E. And then E again. And then we can pretty much stand still. And these guys are going to lay into me eventually whenever the CC effect wears off. Okay. And as you can see, we take little to no damage. Absolutely little to none. Look at my health. It's still max. You know what I mean? You have the health regen from Mediray. You can just stand here and not die. It's kind of crazy. He's just a crazy frame. You've also got other things in the game that can let you heal, such as the Arcanes in spoiler mode. Again, not going to show spoiler mode, but you can use that to heal you. But I think if every single enemy here was laying into me, it might be a little bit of a different story. Your health will eventually go down, but, at a very, very, very slow rate, right? So there's that. But yeah, this is Inaros. Practically invincible, dude. Practically invincible. You stand here and soak up all the damage. And then if you wanted to for the meme, you could press 3, ragdoll the enemies around you, and then get out of it. And as you're taking damage, of course, your energy is going to go up as well. So you can see we got all of our energy back from that, because we're just taking health damage. So Hunter Adrenaline is just an upgraded version of Rage, basically. And it's only going to proc whenever you're taking health damage. And because Inaros doesn't have any shields, well, it fits perfectly onto the build, right? So, yep. On the top of that, you can just go ahead and eat somebody. And then you're completely immune as well. So if you really, really have to, then there's that. If you do end up dying with Inaros, you actually have a passive that allows you to eat enemies as you're downed to revive yourself. You turn into like a tombstone. And you can just aim at enemies, and it's going to drain their health over time. And then that's going to revive you if your teammates don't come and revive you, or you don't revive yourself by wasting a revive. So, yeah. That's basically Inaros, guys. Crazy good tank frame. Really good for newer players who are struggling staying alive in missions and stuff like that. You get him from his own personal quest that you pick up from Baro Katir whenever he comes around every 2 weeks, I think it is. Yeah, I haven't been playing this game that much, so I forget the bar rotation, but I think it's every 2 weeks. And then we also have Arcane Grace and Arcane Guardian. I forgot to mention those. Arcane Grace and Arcane Guardian combo very, very well with Inaros. Arcane Grace is healing me as I'm taking damage. So 6% chance for 4% health regeneration per second for 6 seconds. And then Guardian is increasing my armor. 20% chance for 600 armor for 20 seconds. So as I'm taking damage, I'm getting those added effects as well. Completely forgot to mention those. That's healing me as well as my Sentinel. So yeah. That is basically it. Taking a lot more damage now because I don't have my armor on. Even though it says 100 in the top right hand corner, because we went into the arsenal, you gotta rebuild up again. So yeah, that's a weird simulacrum bug. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some health back by eating, I guess. Let's see. There you go. Getting the health back slowly but surely. Right? You'd be faster just using your 1 and then pressing E on an enemy or something, or even using your 4. So let's go ahead and press this. There you go. And you can devour. Eats their health again. Have to hold it down. Basically your 2. But yeah, that's pretty much Inaros, guys. Good at CC, good at health regen, good at being super tanky, basically unkillable. Personally, not my playstyle, but I can see why people really, really like him. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead, hit that like button below. And if you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.